Celsus, desiring to exhibit his learning in his treatise against us, quotes also certain Persian mysteries, where he says, quote, "These things are obscurely hinted at in the accounts of the Persians, and especially in the mysteries of Mithras, which are celebrated amongst them. For in the latter there is a representation of the two heavenly revolutions, of the movement of the fixed stars, and of that which takes place among the planets, and of the passage of the soul through these. The representation is of the following nature. There is a ladder with lofty gates, and on top of it an eighth gate. The first gate consists of lead, the second of tin, the third of copper, the fourth of iron, the fifth of a mixture of metals, the sixth of silver, and the seventh of gold. The first gate they assign to Saturn, indicating by the lead the slowness of the star. The second to Venus, comparing her to the splendor and softness of tin. The third of Jupiter, being firm and solid. The fourth to Mercury, for both Mercury and iron are fit to endure all things, and are money-making and laborious. The fifth to Mars, because, being composed of a mixture of metals, it is varied and unequal. The sixth of silver to the moon, the seventh of gold to the sun, thus imitating the different colors of the two latter. He then proceeds to examine the reason of the stars being arranged in this order, which is symbolized by the names of the rest of matter. Musical reasons, moreover, are added or quoted by the Persian theology, and to these, again, he strives to add a second explanation, connected also with musical considerations. But it seems to me that to quote the language of Celsus upon these matters would be absurd, and similar to what he himself has done when, in his accusations against Christians and Jews, he quoted most inappropriately not only the words of Plato, but, dissatisfied even with these, he adduced in addition the mysteries of the Persian Mithras and the explanation of them. Now, whatever be the case with regards to these, whether the Persians and those who conduct the mysteries of Mithras give false or true accounts regarding them, why did he select these for quotation rather than some of the other mysteries, with the explanation of them? For the mysteries of Mithras do not appear to be more famous among the Greeks than those of Eleusis, or than those in Aegina, where individuals are initiated in the rites of Hecate. But if he must introduce barbarian mysteries with their explanation, why not rather those of the Egyptians, which are highly regarded by many, or those of the Cappadocians regarding the Comanian Diana, or those of the Thracians, or even those of the Romans themselves, who initiate the noblest members of their Senate? But if he deemed it inappropriate to institute a comparison with any of these, because they furnish no aid in the way of accusing Jews or Christians, why did it not also appear to him inappropriate to adduce the instance of the mysteries of Mithras? If one wished to obtain means for a profounder contemplation of the entrance of souls into divine things, not from the statements of that very insignificant sect from which he quoted, but from the books, partly those of the Jews, which are read in their synagogues and adopted by Christians, and partly from those of Christians alone, let him peruse at the end of Ezekiel's prophecies the visions beheld by the prophet, in which gates of different kinds are enumerated, which obscurely refer to the different modes in which divine souls enter into a better world. And let him peruse also from the Apocalypse of John what is related of the city of God, the heavenly Jerusalem, and of its foundations and gates. And if he is capable of finding out also the road which is indicated by symbols of those who will march on to divine things, let him read the book of Moses entitled Numbers, and let him seek the help of one who is capable of initiating him into the meaning of the narratives concerning the encampments of the children of Israel, of what sort those were which were arranged towards the east, as was the case with the first, and with those towards the southwest and south, and what towards the sea, and what the last were which were stationed towards the north. For he will see that there is in respective places meaning not to be lightly treated, nor, as Celsus imagines, such as calls only for silly and servile listeners. But he will distinguish in the encampments certain things relating to the numbers that are enumerated, and which are especially adapted to each tribe, of which the present does not appear to us to be the proper time to speak. Let Celsus know, moreover, as well as those who read his book, that in no part of the genuine and divinely accredited scriptures are 7 heavens mentioned. Neither do our prophets, nor the apostles of Jesus, nor the Son of God himself repeat anything which they borrowed from the Persians or the Kabiri.